on today's video, let's talk about the most important question y'all have been asking me. Should we pick Heroic Anthem or not? In this video, I'll tell you everything you should think about as a leader, both good and bad of Heroic Anthem, and as a player who is in a kingdom that's potentially considering going into Heroic Anthem. We're also going to spin 2 wheels, 124 total spins for Herald and YSS, give you a few extra updates, a lighter video, and a few very important pieces of information. So sit back, smash the like on the video. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Gekko Gaming. We are about to spin the wheel and talk about a bunch of subjects. Before we start, I want to show you really quickly that we did hit past glory the other day. I have already taken some of the rewards. Unfortunately, since I jumped between KVKs, I didn't have enough time to pile up enough sculptures to realistically be able to clear all of the rewards 100%. This went down to 20 sculptures. I remember this was 30 sculptures. If I'm mistaken, leave me a comment down below and let me know. But this went down to 20 sculptures, which is kind of sad, and 30 stars, and it was a little bit sad. I think that after getting the speed ups and all these, I think I'm gonna have to pick up the Tomes of Knowledge on this account. We'll see, but yeah, the sculptures that I had was not enough to get everything out of the shop, so out of the rewards. So that's a little sad. Let's go spin the wheel and start talking about the subjects we're going to talk about. Before, really quickly, I'm a sponsored content creator of Rise of Kingdoms. If you enjoy the content, consider dropping a like on this video. I would actually urge you to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, like Stephen Graham says, because it does really help the channel by smashing the like button if you enjoy it. And of course, join the community down below. Subscribe to the channel. Let's start spinning the wheel with a free Herald, and we go from there. 62 total spins on this bad boy. So, should you be doing Heroic Anthem? Honestly, I think you should. That's the bottom line, but I'll explain to you why I think that, and maybe you'll think differently based on the things that went through my mind. Heroic Anthem is a brand new event in Rise of Kingdoms that, and then the power went down. Anyway, as I was saying, Heroic Anthem is a brand new event. It has all sorts of terrible things in it. It has all sorts of good things. We haven't seen how the war works just yet, but out of the first week or so of the event, give or take, it's been really interesting to see the shift in what Rise of Kingdoms are doing. And of course, every time we hit that, make sure you guys are smashing the like button or leaving me a comment with an F, because those are 2 8s that we missed. But anyway, it's a fresh event. It's a different way to do KVK. It has a lot more into it than just like wait for the passes to open, gather, occasional messed up wars for altars or ruins. It has a little bit more into it. But the problem is that it's also ridiculously expensive. If you're a kingdom that is built out of big majority of mega whales or big players or players that are capable to take on that kind of cost, then by all means, this event is made for you. But the vast majority of kingdoms have a kind of a weird mix of the balance of players within them. And as a leader and as leadership of a kingdom, you should consider the average size of an active player, as well as consider the sizes of the people within your secondary, third, and fourth alliance. In my opinion, a kingdom that is fairly active should be looking at their top 5 alliances and see realistically if a big part of that group is not going to be compromised by doing Heroic Anthem. By compromised, I mean, for example, a kingdom that has a free-to-play alliance, for example, or a lot of players who are low-spender players. You're going to harm your own kingdom by sending them into a heavy spending event. And so the problem for Heroic Anthem is that as of right now, it is ridiculously expensive. The reason I think that you should give Heroic Anthem a shot is because I honestly think that things will get rebalanced. I honestly think that things are going to get a little bit more less expensive than they are right now. I definitely think Lilith stretched it as far as they could in terms of like how crazy expensive it is, and they'll dumb it down, because at the end of the day, it's much better to make things cheaper than to make things more expensive. It feels better. So the initial reaction is bad, but then when they lower the cost of everything, everybody's going to be happy. So I think that that's going to be the case. The reason that I would not choose Heroic Anthem is if you have a kingdom that has gone through a heavy KVK before, then you should definitely not consider not doing Heroic Anthem at all. And if I were to tell you which KVKs you should choose in terms of the 3 options, I think that the first KVK is fantastic because we know how it works, but it has the corner kingdoms issue. So if you're in a corner, you might get screwed. Light versus Darkness is meh. It's a lighter event in terms of fighting because realistically, you can fight for ruins, but it becomes a pointless thing at some point. People mostly give up on fighting in ruins. And Heroic Anthem seems to be more war heavy. We're going to find that out tomorrow. We'll be streaming live when the passes open. That's 6 a.m. my time, by the way. I'm waking up early for y'all, so make sure to show up to the stream and we'll see what happens. I don't think we'll be fighting, but I'll show you exactly what I mean in tomorrow's stream. I feel like Heroic Anthem is a middle ground between crazy fights of KVK 1 and very little fighting of Light versus Darkness. If you ask me, you should consider Light versus Darkness for a recovery KVK, somewhere where you gather mostly, you skip on ruins, you skip on things, you just do barbs, you gather, you train, and you know that that's like a skippable KVK. And I would say Heroic Anthem is one where you should consider if you're looking for some more things to do, but also not necessarily get screwed as a corner kingdom and have to deal with diplomacy. It's a more balanced event when it comes to that. Now, we spun 62 times and did not get a single 8 times. Let's see how bad we did, because we did fairly terrible. And we'll go to the other account and talk about the rest of things that there is to talk about. So there's 15 in here plus another 5 generics. We had 0 sculptures of Herald and 556 when we started. So we got 12 sculptures out of 60 spins, which is kind of typical Gekko, honestly. 12 sculptures out of 60 spins. And we picked up, it's a 13 total, but really, minus the 5, we're looking at 8. So 8 legendaries. We got 20 sculptures out of 60 spins. That sounds about Gekko life. Let's switch to the other account real quick, and I'll get back to you about this order of KVKs. Okay, well, now we're on the big account. YSS wheel time. Hopefully it does better than the previous account, because Lord have mercy on us. Let's do this. As I was saying, the way you should consider doing KVKs is as followed. The first KVK you can't skip, essentially. You're going to have to do, I think, 2 seasons of regular KVK, Light versus Darkness, and then I think you're going to be able to pick. You're not going to be able to skip more than 3 times a certain KVK. So I'm assuming KVK Season 4, you're going to essentially have to be forced to do Heroic Anthem. So keep that in mind. I think that Season 4 is going to be like a forced Heroic Anthem based on the verbiage. But even if it isn't, you cannot skip more than 3 times a certain KVK. Big pog for the 8 YSSs. So you need to be able to plan it in a way that you do Heroic Anthem eventually. Again, my personal opinion, Light versus Darkness is where you recover between KVKs and you kind of like have a nice little fight in the I thought that was happening again. Now that's insane. Oh my goodness, we're definitely having better luck here. But anyway, yeah, pick Light versus Darkness to go in between, and then you got to pick between Season 1 and Heroic Anthem. Keep in mind, you're going to have to do Heroic Anthem at some point. As far as my experience so far, I'm enjoying Heroic Anthem, but there's definitely a lot to fix. I don't know. Beyond that, we're going to keep spinning the wheel. That was the only topic I really wanted to go over. Just my thoughts on whether or not you should do Heroic Anthem. You're going to have to eventually. So I would say at least get it over with till you experience it and then make up your own mind. There are a lot of things that still need to get balanced and all that, but you're going to have to go through it eventually. And so might as well, right? If you're a free-to-play player or a low spender trying to get away from this, unfortunately, Lilith will not allow you to. Eventually, the kingdom you're in is going to have to do Heroic Anthem. That's how the system works. So, as a free-to-play player and as a low spender, I would honestly consider Heroic Anthem as a place where you can essentially get all the goodies of being in a KVK, decent rewards and all that stuff. But when it comes to fighting, when it comes to being more meaningful onto your alliance, to your kingdom, unfortunately, it's going to be less useful because you're going to need the resources and all that. I think that a free-to-play player or a low spender should be honest with their king, queen, or whatever leadership it is. That way he or she don't find themselves in a bad spot when they all of a sudden say you didn't contribute anything. But, I mean, how would he or she contribute in that kind of scenario? Oh my God. I'm going to stop talking. I can't keep my train of thoughts. Every time this 8 pops up and I'm like, wait, this is the third 8 this video. Good Lord. I mean, we're definitely doing better with YSS. I guess we're expertising him quicker than we're expertising Harold on the other account. The reason we're doing Harold, by the way, is because Harold seems to be really, really good. And while we want to do Guan, we want to do Alex and all that, we have the opportunity to spin for Harold, who seems to be very good. So I'm okay with spinning Harold twice, 3 times for 184 to have those sculptures ready to rock and roll. And then when we need to, we'll be able to push them up. Okay, I thought we're getting another 8. I was going to flip out. But hey, 3 8s out of 60 spins so far. That is more than we got in 3 things here. We got more than we did all of 62 spins on the other account. That's how bad the luck is. So at this point, 3 stars and that is not the worst deal on earth. We're gonna go take a look at how many. Oh my lordy, how many sculptures we ended up with. Can we get a 4th out of 60? That would actually be Mad Phantom kind of level. That would be Mad Phantom kind of level. What the hell is this? Oh my God. Okay, last 5 spins. Oh my goodness. I thought we're landing it again. Can we land a 5th 8 time in one video? Did this just happen 4 times an 8 in a video? That's nuts. That's actually nutty. And we pick up speed ups. Oh my goodness. Let's go look at what we ended up with. Yeah, I know. I know, chat. Don't get mad. Let's go look at what we ended up with. So we had 12 YSS sculptures. And you know what? Let's pick up these 2 just for the fun of it. We had 12 YSS sculptures and 1393 sculptures. Let's go look. So we picked up 15 YSS and 5 generics. Let's see where we end up. So we want YSS this way. Up a little bit. Damn. Oh my. We got 59 YSSs. 59 YSSs and 12 generics. 59 YSS and 12 generics. So 45? That's not terrible. 59 and 12, that's actually 71. That's more sculptures than we spun, which is actually nutty. We almost got a 1-for-1. That is crazy with the bonuses. That is crazy. I might as well stick a skill on this bad boy real quick. Why not? There it is. We're going to expertise them eventually, and so the journey continues for our YSS. For now, I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate it if you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. It was a little bit of a lighter one. I'm analyzing the rewards of all 3 KVKs. But yeah, I'm out of here. I appreciate it if you drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. It was a little bit of a lighter one. Things got really nuts at work today, so I didn't have the time to process all the data I'm processing for the next video about Heroic Anthem. But we'll be streaming tomorrow, probably twice. The war in the beginning of the day, and then the regular sippin'. Liver Wars Wednesday, sippin' Saturdays is Dragothian's thing. Liver Wars Wednesday, and from there on Thursday, we have a very, very big data. But yeah, for now, I'm Gekko. I'm out of here. Appreciate it. It was going to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. Apologies for the lighter video. A lot happened at work today, and so I didn't have time to process all the data I want to process for Thursday's video, which is going to have a lot of information you don't want to miss out. I'll see you all sooner rather than later. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a good one. Peace. I did this instead of that.